Time don't reach for this our nation. They start to have a reorientation.
It's nice having you once again on this another episode, and today what we'll be doing here is to teach you another critical thing you need to do on your farm, especially when you're brooding. This is one of the things you should be doing at intervals. Some couple of days you need to always make sure that you clean the pen, particularly your brooding space. And today we'll actually be taking you through what it takes for you to clean your brooding space. And when you're cleaning your brooding space, there are a lot of things you will need to take note of. And as we clean, we will be telling you the procedures of doing that. So as you watch, enjoy the process and learn from it. I hope that you'll be able to learn. However, while learning, in case you're enjoying this video and in case you enjoy the video, which I hope you will, please do well to like, subscribe, notification button so that you will be notified each time a new video is posted on our channel. Benefit of our lesson today, just as I said earlier, this episode will be covering the cleaning of the brooding house, where we are taking care of our young chick. He wants to remove the drinker out of the place, but because inside the trench where the water stays, there is water, so he will need to turn the water into the drinker. That's the process he will be doing around the marked space. Just as I told you earlier, we have marked a particular space where we'll be cleaning, so he will be going ahead to do the process. So just watch as he continues. While he's actually doing that, the other attendant will be clearing the trays, and in the process of clearing the trays, he will be picking them one after the other and putting them on the order. So while he picks, he will be cleaning under so that the poo will not enter into the feces will not enter into the next feeder. So this is the process they will be going on doing now. So enjoy it as you watch the process.
Time don't reach for this our nation. They start to have a reorientation.
The next thing you do now is to send your beds away from the space. You can just use the broom and any other thing you're using just to take them off the place. Now the reason why we don't want them to be at the space is that even though we are careful on how we sweep, that we don't raise dust that will cause CRD, that's chronic respiratory disease. We want them off that location, and we are not using a separator in this farm. So because we are not using a separator, we just send them away, slightly away from where we are, our workspace, so that they will leave that place and we continue with our work. Now while you are cleaning the place, you start up with the space where the place you separate them from, and you sit back to the space where they are a bit empty. And each time you're doing that, some of them will be coming back. But while they are coming back, you keep sending them away and sweeping gradually, just as the attendants are doing. You sweep it gradually. There's no rush in this. You do it gradually. Again, while sending your beds to a particular corner, the space should be adequate to accommodate your beds. Just like we have over here, you can see that the beds the space where the beds are is adequate enough for them. It's adequate enough for them so that we avoid stampeding, because in the process of doing this, we could get casualties if we are not careful, because they could easily stampede on each other. But when the space is adequate enough for them, you won't record issues of stampede. One will also be wondering what is beneath. Now beneath the place where the chicks are brooded is actually what we call a brooding paper. So the brooding sheet is just a paper. I will be showing you that at the end of the video. You're able to be acquainted with what is there, because we have people who brood on newspapers, on calendars. For such, you might not be able to do cleaning like this. And what you need to do is to take them off and replace them with some new ones, so that the beds don't just stay on bare floor or on wood shavings or on sawdust. Now the reason why we don't encourage you to brood and the beds are on wood shavings and sawdust is so that they won't pick up those particles. At some point they won't be able to differentiate between what a sawdust is or a wood shaving is and what feet are. And by the time they pick up those things, they might not be able to digest it, and it could cause some little problems to them. So we try as much as possible to avoid that. So we use what we call a brooding paper. At Kuruku Agro Concept, we use the brooding paper. However, you can decide to use some other things like the newspaper, like the calendars, use calendars. You can use all those, but it depends on how many you can have per space. But this will actually serve you. Now in our brooding space, we have beneath it we have the sawdust that helps in the absorption of any moisture if there's any, and over it we also have the brooding sheet, which is what they are on it and they're cleaning. So this is the process of cleaning. You can see that we have a lot of particles down, and we're trying to get it off the brooding space so that we don't have ammonia coming off from there, and so that the space will not be too dirty, since the beds are still using the tray feeders. We might have some of these particles going into the tray feeders. We might as well have some of these particles going into our drinker. So we try as much as possible to avoid all these things creating issues on the farm, most especially for things like coccidiosis and even some bacterial infections. So we try as much as possible to make sure that our space is clean and we are void of all those things. Okay, right now what we have here is a pile of the chicken dung, and just putting them into a sack so that we can move it out. And as you can see, our space is looking more beautiful. We're having a clear space for the birds, and we enjoy the space better than it was earlier. So this is actually a routine we do. On this particular farm, we do this routine for the first 1 week. We do that. Then after the first 1 week, we do it again after 4 days. Then after that, we continue at intervals as we see them grow and notice that the space is looking a bit dirty. Try as much as possible to clean it, so we get rid of ammonia content on the farm and get rid of anything that will possibly cause coccidiosis on the farm. Now, in farming we say it's better prevented than cured. As much as possible, what we're doing is preventive measures on the farm. While while they're doing the cleaning, you can see the other side of the pen that is not clean where the beds are. You can see that the beds are well settled there, and this is an indication to show us that we are not having any issue of stampede where one bed is under another suffocating, which will lead to some losses on the farm. And for each loss on the farm, like you're losing some cash, and we try as much as possible since we're doing business to avoid any of those losses. Our space is properly cleared now, clean. So we are now returning our drinkers and our feeders. We are arranging them back.
Time don't reach for this our nation. The start.
So what we're doing at this point is just feeding them. A lot of them will come back to this side. We have the other side at the other part of the pen before we go ahead to do the cleaning. As you can see, what we're doing is cleaning the tray first before he puts in the feed into it. This is the process. What you should be careful about is that each time you are feeding these pets, you should not just pour too many feed into the feeder, most especially when you are using the tray to feed them. You feed them with just some feed, you can see just a handful is okay for them. And you can come back later and add some more within some intervals. Noticing here, we are just pouring the waste remaining in the tray because we discovered there are no feeds left in the tray anymore. We are just turning them off. You can see we're doing the same thing we did at the other side. Even though with lesser stress now because they will be eating at the other side, so most of them will not come back to this side. So we're repeating the same thing, just sending them, and thereafter we'll be clearing the farm. The pen is well cleaned, and you can see that the birds are spreading, coming back to their positions. Everyone is taking his position. We're taking where the feeds are and the drinkers are. At this age, what they do is just eat, and sleep. Well, a clean environment is a good space for your birds. Your chicks will do well in a clean environment. So do well to always clean your space so that you have healthy birds jubilating just like you saw over here. They are jubilating and enjoying themselves. If you like this video, I would love you to like it, click on the like button, thumbs up for us, subscribe, and in case you have any question, please drop it at the comment section and I'll be there to answer you. Until some other time, thanks for having you. Don't forget, if you've not clicked on the notification, click on it so that whenever we have a new video, you'll be able to watch and learn some new things, or update on your knowledge if you know what you're already doing, so that you will be at the same page with every other